Hey, it's all right. Just that quick. The Lord, I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged. Yes, I am. I'm encouraged. To stay with the Lord. I am encouraged. Yes, I am. I stay with the Lord. Stay with the Lord. So I want y'all to see what I'm looking at. There's the mountain right there. I don't know if you can see it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And there's another mountain right there. And then right here is the cactus. The cactus. And back over there is the shed. I don't know if you can see my finger. So this morning I came out early. I came out at 6:30. And it's still dark. It's still dark. It is still dark. But it usually, the sun comes up while we're sitting here. Yeah. Let's pay some more Thomas Whitfield. Jesus, Jesus, Stay with the Lord. Oh, hide me there and stay with Jesus. Jesus, hide me there. Stay with the Lord. Look, it's still dark over here, but over there it's lightening up. If you can see the mountain, see that mountain coming, sun rising over that mountain. Yeah, sun is steady rising. Yeah, sun steady rising. It's steady rising. Let me run back in the house. I'm trying to get this music on. I am encouraged, yes, I am. Mm-hmm. Let me run outside real quick. All right, all right. It's okay. It's okay.
You know, I just gonna trust God for anything He tells me. I'm in love with Him and I'm tired of.
And after tied up, tangled
Guess
up,
what? I'm deliriously tangled up
tangled up.
with Jesus.
It's all right.
It's all I need.
It's all I need.
Come on, sing it.
Good morning, good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I and it's funny because last week I started at 6:30 and the sun was already coming up. And then this week it's going on 6:45 and the sun is steady coming up. You know, it's steady coming up. It's steady coming up. It's steady coming up. But this week it's been on my heart. I've been studying Exodus 3:8. Exodus 3:8. Exodus 3 and 8. I've been studying. It's been on my mind. Exodus 3 and 8. That's an old song. Tied up. I'm wrapped up, tied up. Tangled up. Jesus, he's all I need. I don't know if you get to see the sun rising in the back. But this morning I'm going to read Exodus 3, verse 8. A land flowing with milk and honey is a biblical description of the promised land, symbolizing a place of abundant fertility, nourishment, and prosperity. See, the phrase refers to the land of Israel and conveys a rich ecosystem where land, livestock thrive, producing milk and honey, produced milk and fruit trees were so productive. Hold on, this is getting good. I'm gonna turn this down. The phrase refers to the land of Israel and conveys a rich ecosystem where livestock thrived, producing fruit trees, producing milk, and fruit trees were so productive that the produce was sweet, date-based honey. It represents divine provision and a land of plenty compared to of the narrow places of slavery in Egypt. Number one symbolized fertility. The flowing image suggests a land so fertile that milk and honey were abundant, providing a complete and satisfying substance for its people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this morning, study Exodus 3 verses 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 3 and 8. So when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of when I was a little girl, family always came together from everywhere. People came from out of town. Um, and it's so funny because people come from out of town, come from everywhere, and you didn't see them often. But all you know is they was doing good. And you look forward to seeing them for Thanksgiving. Now, it's so funny because now I'm older, people, at least not our family. Now let's just stick to my family because I've seen some people where the families had pictures and all the family got together and had a big Thanksgiving dinner. But most of my elders, like my grandfather and grandmother, all passed away. So we don't have no big family get together like that anymore. But you always knew of such and such just coming from New York. because I lived in Delaware. Such and such is coming from New York, or such and such is coming from DC, or such and such is coming from Virginia, or such and such is coming from coming down from Connecticut. And you look forward to seeing those people. Or cousin such and such is he's flying in from Denver, or such a cousin Eleanor and her family, they're coming from Niagara Falls. And you look forward to seeing all these people come from out of town, right? Right? And let me read Exodus. Lord, give me what to say. Okay, so Exodus 3, verse 8. It's kind of dark, so I can't see my Bible in the dark. Okay. I'm going to start verse 7. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the land of the Egyptians, and to bring them into a good land and a large land, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, all them bites. Now therefore, verse 9, now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression of wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that may bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. But God, he made a way for the children of Israel to come out of Egypt. And back what I was saying, when I was coming along, I noticed that a lot of the people that went away, they come home for Thanksgiving. And you look forward to seeing cousin such and such, or uncle such and such coming up from Alabama or Mississippi, or, because I was a hairdresser, so I would hear people, I would have one lady, she came every year from Alabama, because she was getting her hair done once a year, because she would come up to see her mother when I was in New Jersey. And she would come up every year to see her mother. And she would come stop by and get her hair done from Alabama. So like I said, back in the old days, people used to go away. After they graduated from high school, they went away, got married, and started their own families. And you don't know, all you know is they was in Alabama, all you know is they was in Chicago and they was doing good. But not so much these days. Look at that rabbit. Hope he wasn't in my garden. But children don't go away as much. Or maybe what I want to say, you don't hear of it as much. People sending their kids away. And it's funny because I was watching Candy the other day, and her daughter Riley went to New York to go to school. Well, Riley done graduated from college. And she went on to tell her mom that she's going to stay in New York. And it looks like she just did a 360. She done made friends. She's got her own place. She does her own thing, and she met her along this way. She met her people, people that like her for who she is, and you get a fresh new start. You know, when you get away, new people don't know your story, and in retrospect, you don't have to tell them your story because it's a new story, because you got new friends, new conversation. But sometimes when you stay in that little town, don't get to go nowhere, don't get to meet no new friends, I think people get sad because you look around and you see everybody else done moved on. And then you wonder, it's like inside of you, you know it's something better out there, but you might not leave your mom, leave your dad, leave your family because you scared or they scared. And they don't, sometimes your parents won't keep you in the eyesight. Now mind you're a grown person, and your parents want to keep you in that eyesight. Don't want to let you spread your wings. And we all have wings because our Creator gave us wings. And I live out here in Arizona, far away from family. Everybody's a video call away, a video chat away, a Facebook away, Instagram away. So if I want to talk to in TikTok, some of my friends, family on TikTok. So anybody that wants to reach out to me, they can reach out to me on those social platforms. And I'm still out here enjoying my life and paving my own way. Where it's so funny because my son, he still lives on the East Coast, close to family, because he just bought a duplex in Washington, D.C. And he called me Thanksgiving, and he was explaining to me some family drama. And it's so funny because if I still lived there, I would have been in the middle. But because I didn't live there, I was not in it. Did that make sense? I would only hear about it. And I wished him well with the situation with some other family members was going through. And I think they asked Kevin to give him a ride or something or another. Kevin was just giving somebody a ride. And Kevin wanted to know, well, why they asked me to give them a ride? Well, you the perfect for the man with the job, Kevin. Give them a ride. Well, what it was, my uncle and my cousin, which is daughter and dad, they were getting a ride to Philly. And it's so funny because they didn't want to ride in the car together. Now, mind you, they live in the same house, but they didn't want to ride in a car together. Okay, I'm going to repeat myself. They live in the same house, but they didn't want to ride in the car together. They didn't want to take the 2-hour ride together. Ain't that crazy? They didn't want to take the two and a half hour ride together in Philly. So some kind of way, my cousin in Philly asked Kevin, would he give my uncle a ride so that my cousin and my uncle didn't have to ride in the same car together. Mind you, they live in the same house. I me some tea. So, with that being said, it's a land that once you leave your mother's house or your father's house, you get a chance to meet your people, meet your people, and do your thing. Compared to if you stay around your family, nobody never goes nowhere. Nobody, and everybody's looking at each other. Well, you do it, or why you didn't do it? Because they fuck my aunt, my cousin, and her dad. Her dad is 85. She's 65. I think she's 60. I think she's 65. Maybe he's 87, 88. They old people arguing. And they arguing. Now, like I said, they live in the same house. But they arguing over something that happened 50, 60 years ago. 50 or 60 years ago, right? 50 or 60 years ago. And, oh, look at that. Ooh, what? Oh, okay. I didn't know I had all them options. But they're fighting over something that happened 50, 60 years ago. And to me, it seemed like she never let it go. And her daddy's sick. My uncle's sick, but he's still hanging on. He's like 88, I think. But it's a land full of milk and honey out there when you get a chance to move on. And I mean to say, thank you, Holy Spirit. When you leave your parents' house, you go to college or get married or whatever, move down south, or that's what they used to say, moving down south. In my case, my daughter moved out west. And she didn't necessarily go to college, but she's been blessed. Her and her husband and the kids went to Disney World in Spain this weekend for Thanksgiving. And it's amazing because she way over there and nobody in her business. I'm supposed to go visit in June or July. So I'm trying to get my passport together. But when you get away, in my opinion, the Heavenly Father has a land of milk and honey flowing for you. And in my case, new opportunities that if you stay in that little teeny hometown, you'll never get to discover the new opportunities. Why? Because you still sitting there fussing about something that happened 60 years ago. 60 years ago. 50 years ago. And it's funny because sometimes I have to remind my mom, that happened back in 1970. Now, mind you, we're in 2025. Going into 2026. And a lot of us probably had Thanksgiving dinner. And we may or may not have. Some people don't even have Thanksgiving dinner with their family. They just have it with their friends. They call it Friendsgiving. Because the families be having so much drama going on. But you know what? If you get a chance to get away and come home from Thanksgiving, in my opinion, sometimes people be so glad to see you, they done forgot about what happened 50 years ago. Or you so wrapped up in what you got going on, you don't have time to worry about what happened 50 years ago. Because if you get away, you got a chance to enjoy your land of milk and honey. So it's funny because our children are only with us for a season, right? And you get away, you get time. It's like you get time to, when you get away from your family, it's like you get time to hash your thoughts out. You get time to make mistakes. And you're going to make mistakes because we're human. We're going to make mistakes. But if you get a chance to get away after you graduate from high school, get a job at an airline, or it's because it's plenty of jobs. It's plenty of jobs. But sometimes you got to leave out of that little town. You got to leave out of that little country that you at, or that city, that big, sometimes you're in the big city, and you get out of that big city and on the outskirts, it's so much land and room, nobody shooting each other, nobody road raging each other, because you in the middle of nowhere, making your money, and then you go home. So go where the opportunities are, young people. And I said this in numerous videos. Go where the opportunities are. And I tell people, because all my kids is grown, the oldest is 35. She lives in San Francisco. No, not San Francisco, St. Louis. She just bought a house in St. Louis. Her mortgage is under $1,000 a month. She was living in Delaware. Her mortgage was $1,600. No, her mortgage was $1,400, and her mortgage was about to go up to $1,600. And I kept telling her, buy a house, because you're getting older, and as you get older, you paying rent, and then the landlord, something happens, you can't afford the rent. By the 15th, they send you a letter. When you got a mortgage, they take a whole year before they can even send you to court. Before they can say, we're going to put you out, they give you a whole year to figure out how you're going to pay the mortgage before they can foreclose you. But hopefully you don't let it go that far. Hopefully you go ahead and figure out a way how to, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. Thank you. I just had a good thought. When you have a mortgage, they give you till, even if you don't pay it on time, they just give you your late fee. But it's not late when you're in them apartments. In them apartments, if you late that 1 month, they start putting all them letters on your door, evictions. You gotta go to court, and you gotta pay court fees. But when you got a house, they try, even though I know people say, oh, I don't want to fix up a house. But yeah, you can fix up your house a little bit at a time, one room at a time. You ain't got to fix it up all at once. If you ain't got no heat, nobody don't know you don't have no heat. And as long as you keep your electric and your water running, you can do Uber, you can do something, just Instacart, Lyft, do something just to make some money to get that mortgage paid. But the land full of milk and honey is for us all. And if you get an opportunity to go leave to get out of your Egypt, said the Egyptians oppressed them. If you get a chance to come out of your Egypt, go see the land of milk and honey. And the funny thing about it, sometimes you see these stars. I think I seen this week 10 stars that bought their parents a home. So it was Taylor Swift, Allen Iverson, You know, all these people bought their parents a home when they got famous, right? And the thing of it is, if it don't work out, you can always go home. But I think you get depressed when you never went and tried. Did that make sense? Like, you knew you could get out there and do it, but it's different when somebody keeps telling you you can't do it. It makes it can be depressing. And people always tell you, "Oh, don't do that. Don't try." You have ideas. "Oh, don't do that. Don't try that. Oh, don't go there. Don't do that." But when you at least go see, and you at least go try, even if you have to move to a different city and try, I'm telling you, when you out there on your own, you figure out how to work. You figure out how to make some money. You figure out how to pay the bills. And it's funny because I had a friend in Delaware. He moved to Florida and he left Wilmington and he moved to Florida. And he said he just bought a house like 2 years ago. He'd been in Florida for like 10 years. He saved all his money and bought a house, built a brand new house, built up from the ground. And he was, you know, telling us one time that when he first moved to Florida, because everybody, "Oh, you do so good, you doing so good, you did so good," you know, because he was like the first one of his friend group. And I think he's about in his 60s. He's an older gentleman. But he said he slept in his car for like a week before he picked up a job in Florida. But he never told nobody. And my friend, he was being, "Oh, you should have told me. You could have come back and stayed with me. You didn't have to sleep with your car." Yeah, he said, but if I would have came back, he said, I wouldn't have never left. He said, and I knew that if I just held on 1 week, my apartment was going to be ready. You know, so not to say if you move away, things not going to get rough, but you just wing it out. You go get, because my son, when he graduated from college, he got a job in Indiana. We drove him to Indiana, drove his furniture to Indiana. And I told him, you get out here, if you got to sleep in your car for a week till you get your apartment up, because I think you had to wait 2 or 3 days. I said, you get your $10 membership to Planet Fitness. Go to the gym. You know what you do. You get up every morning, you go to the gym, go to Planet Fitness, take a hot shower, stop to Wawa, get your cup of coffee or whatever, and live your life. You can take a hot shower every day for $10 a month. Join Planet Fitness. Eat oodles and noodles for a week until you can get your check or whatever, till your ship comes in. But people do that kind of stuff all the time. And then you wonder how they made it. Because they took that chance, they took that leap, they jumped out there, and they had to leave their family and their friends and get out there, like jumping into the sea. But then those same people, 5 years later, 6 years later, they doing so good. And everybody wonder, oh, how they doing so good? Because they took that time away to get to know themselves. And then you get to know your creator because you go through so much and he just bring you out every time. Every time. Every time. He bring you out every time. He just bring you out every time. And for me, I'm out here in Arizona. And I'm so blessed. I bought me a little rancher this year. And I lived in Delaware. Like I said, I would have been in the middle of that mess. What's going on with my family? That's not really my immediate family, because right now it's me and my 4 kids, and my 4 grandkids, and then their spouses. We done started our own family. And my mom, We got our own family, start our own traditions. All of that drama, mess. But I would have been in the middle, and I remember, because I did live with my aunt for a little while, and I always fall back. I always fall back on family, fall back. Not always, but this particular situation, I end up, because the family, oh, you should come. And that's funny. They'll tell you, oh, you should come, live with me, and help me do this and that. And then they'll be talking about you. Yeah, she done moved in with me, with her kids, and this and that and that. And maybe God allows that, so you go ahead and just keep saving your money, keep working, doing what you got to do, and get on out. Get the hell out. Oh, that's a terrible feeling when you have to live with somebody, or you choose to live with somebody, and they get to talking about you. So I pray that I don't do that to nobody. If somebody have to come live with me, because that's a horrible feeling. But in that case, because eventually you do get on your feet, you do get your own house, you do get your own car, and you don't have to live with nobody. It was just a season, it was just a test. But you get through it, you get through the other side. It was just a season, it was just a test. But it's jobs everywhere. But it might not be jobs where you, in your little town or where you're from. You might have to broaden your horizons. And you'll be so happy for yourself, so proud of yourself when you make it. And you know another thing that's good when you away from family too, and you make mistakes, or you lose your job, and nobody don't know your business, it give you a chance to get back up on your feet. Before they know it, you back up on your feet. But I notice when I be around family and you down and out, and you tell people, they don't let you live it down. Huh? They don't let you live it down. But if you far, far, far away in the middle of nowhere, and your family don't know your business, it give you a chance to recover. And it's so funny because I had this one cousin, she older, she probably in her 70s, I guess. But my mom always talked about her. Oh, she's living in a big house. She's doing this and she's doing that. And she was one of those people that only came home once a year, twice a year. And my mom kept going on and on. Oh, she's this, she's that. So anyway, her daughter got married. And we went to her house. Yeah, she had a big house. But she had sheets over her well, maybe she had sheets over her furniture because she was going to have guests. But her house wasn't nothing special. It looked lived in. It wasn't glamorous like my mom had in her mind. But then again, we was just there for a day. Then she was going to go back to her business and enjoy her house and her husband and her kids. She just was having they had an outdoor wedding for her daughter. And it was nice. They did a good job. They planned for the family to come up on a bus. It was really nice. I think we all paid $50 a piece to go. It was nice. That was nice of them to do that. But she got away. And she was able to live her best life, the best she knew how, with her family. No interruptions. But when you get away, you get a chance to make mistakes. And it gives you a chance to look for a job or do whatever you need to do to get to the next step. And before you know it, you come out on the other side. Come out on the other side. And then when your family see you, hi, oh, you got a new car, you doing good. They don't know 2 years ago you was catching the bus or you was eating noodles or noodles. Nobody don't even know that. Look at these mountains. I don't know if you can see. See the mountains. I moved my trash can because I make my TikTok videos and I always had that trash can there. So I moved it. But yeah, God has a land of milk and honey for us all, and I'm glad I found my land of milk and honey. Or at least I'm on my way there. But I have so much peace of mind being away from my family. And I'm pretty sure when I do get a chance to see them again, I look forward to seeing them, and then I look forward to coming back to my own little corner of the world, enjoying my own little space without the drama. Without the drama. And it's funny because I moved my kids away so they didn't have to grow up with that. Because when I grew up, it was who went to college, who didn't go to college, who got married, who didn't get married, who got divorced. And everybody thought they was better than each other. That's what I think most of the family fights is about. Who think they better than who? And who act like they better than who? And, oh, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. But I'm glad that I'm on the other side of that. Which is sad because a lot of my uncles and aunts that, are passed on. But, oh, it's dreadful. But I made it. I made it through that. I made it through that. I made it through. It is cold. I don't even know. I don't know how cold it is, but it is cold. It is so cold. What is the temperature here in Arizona? I don't know. What is the temperature here in Arizona? I am freezing. It said it's 74 degrees. So my daughter just texted me, Mommy, how much more do you need for your passport? And what I've been doing is I've been going to the post office because when you get the passport, you got to have a money order. I think they got to send that out, so I got a money order. So I think the lady says 130. So I got 40. So what I've been doing is saving up these money orders because I'm supposed to go in July. But I guess I do, yeah, so keep reminding me. Yes, I told her, keep reminding me because I think with that passport, you got to have it like 6 months in advance or something before you go. You can't have it like, it's not nothing that you just go get and go pick up. So, but yeah, it's a land of milk and honey for us all. But sometimes we have to leave our family and get out there and go see what is out there for us. Because, no offense, but sometimes your family be all in your business. And it be depressing because you be comparing yourself to what the next person's doing. Where if you way out in the middle of Timbuktu, you have nobody to compare yourself with. You're doing your own thing. And it's so freeing. And even though I don't have no family around here, the neighbors be nice, the police be nice. And my poor little mommy, she was in Delaware and always around her family, and especially her sisters. They all calling each other crazy. I don't know if that's how she went crazy. Somebody always calling you crazy. And you start believing it. You start acting it. Because you around everybody and they calling you crazy. Or I remember my mom doing stuff and getting ridiculed. Why did you do that? Why did you? Wherein people, she was a young lady. She was a young lady. You know she do silly stuff sometimes. So do I. But being, if you don't got a whole bunch of people around you hooping and hollering, at least you make a mistake, you dust your knees off, and you get up and try it again. Dust your knees off, and you get up and try it again. And if you're in the middle of nowhere, nobody don't know you, you don't have nobody to judge you, to tell you doing it any wrong, because you're just doing your thing. And it is a land of milk and honey for us all. And all of us get a chance to make our mistakes. And you're going to make mistakes because it's part of the living. But sometimes if you bring your mother and your father, and I do it, you know, that's why I'm not even around my grandkids that often. I'm going to give my daughters their chance to raise their kids their way. And if they need something, they ask me. Other than that, I let them make their mistakes, learn to do things their way. And I just, when I do see them, I tell them they're doing a good job. Telling them they're doing a good job. And they are. My grandsons, they get so tall. My granddaughters, they're getting tall. Everybody getting all tall. So my daughter yesterday, she sent me pictures of her and her family. They went to, let's see. They went to Walt Disney World in Spain for Christmas. I think for Thanksgiving. I think they must go every year. So this is my daughter. There go my daughter and her husband and my 2 granddaughters. This is Thanksgiving for them. So they didn't come with us to America. They stayed over there in Spain. And she said she got a resort for the weekend. For Thanksgiving. I think this is like the 2nd year they did it. For Thanksgiving. They over in Spain. My granddaughters. So I don't know if my daughter on drugs. I don't know if her husband on drugs. I don't know. I don't know if the kids ate all the lunch meat. I don't know where she got the money to pay for them to go to a resort for the weekend for Thanksgiving. But they just living, whether they making mistakes or not. They over there minding their business. And when I see them, I be glad to see them. And it gives you a chance to breathe. But I know some moms don't want their grown kids to leave their side. And you can't do that. Because they have to grow up and they have to find their land of milk and honey. Because if not, we'd be sitting over top of each other arguing and fussing. Like my other family that I told you about Thanksgiving, they having drama. If we all didn't live in different places, we'd be all sitting over top of each other arguing. And I remember my kids went to college. I told them, look, don't go to college and get all these degrees, and we are all just sitting around here looking at each other. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I said, when you get these college degrees, make sure you go where the jobs are. And if that means you gotta pack up and go to St. Louis, go to St. Louis. If that means you gotta pack up and go to I think my oldest daughter, she got a job in St. Croix or the Virgin Islands. And girl, we all went to the Virgin Islands. We went to we went, she was there for 2 years. We all flew in at different times and went, had our bathing suits, went swimming, ate the fish, had a good time. And when everybody lives different places, it give you different places to go visit. Everybody don't have to be setting up underneath each other, arguing and fussing about something that happened 50, 60 years ago. The whole Thanksgiving. And what makes me upset is you got these little ones that don't know nothing about what happened 50, 60 years ago. All they want to do is see their pop and their mama. And we still arguing about what happened 50, 60 years ago. Not knowing it's a land of milk and honey for us all. And that sometimes you got to leave up out of Egypt and go to your land of milk and honey that the Creator has prepared for you. You just got to ask Him, where am I supposed to be? Lord, where's my land of milk and honey? And He'll show you. Just a Amtrak away, just a plane ticket away. Matter of fact, all of us drew up. Well, I flew out here the first time, but then I had to go back and get my car. But my daughter flew out here, and then her husband had to drive the car, get the dog, pack the truck. My daughter just moved to St. Louis. She said whatever she could pack in her car, she packed up. I moved to St. Louis. It's so funny because she never listened to me. I told her, buy a house, buy a house. She got a chance. She was flying back and forth to St. Louis to her job. And she finally got a chance to fly out there. And she got a house and her mortgage under $1,000 a month. Or maybe, when I said under $1,100, let's say that. So if it's $1,025 or something. And she said she was living in a 1-bedroom apartment on the 2nd floor. And she said that they was going up on her rent to $1,600 in October 2025. They was going up on her rent. And she said, Mommy, I found a house in St. Louis. Because they was going up on her rent. $1,600. And some of y'all paying rent, trying to meet bills every month. And she got a whole house. 3 bedrooms, I think she got 2 bathrooms, two bathrooms, 2 bedrooms. And she got a whole house. And God have a land of milk and honey for us all. That's my grandkids in Spain. So if you got an opportunity to go. And if you don't like it, you can always come back home. But at least you knew in your heart. And don't go back. I did that. Like I said, I moved back with my aunt because my uncle was sick. And he didn't die for like another 3 or 4 years later. But, well, I don't, because I wanted to move him where I was at. That's what I should have did. But I did spend time with my uncles before both of them left here, so I can't complain about that. But anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Miss Camille, and this is Life Lessons. And today I just shared a story about the land of milk and honey, Exodus 3 and 8, and that God has a land of milk and honey for us all. And instead of us sitting around arguing, fussing with the same family member over the same thing, to the degree people shoot and kill each other. Even if it's a husband and wife, if it's that bad, just Go your separate ways. They're just sitting around arguing, fussing. Find, find your lane and look, honey. Life is too short to be arguing and fussing over something that happened 60 years ago. Okay, love you, and most importantly, make sure you love yourself.